on the inhuman and unending demolition of Igbo buildings and assets in Lagos, held in Umuahia, the Abia State capital, on this day, Friday, October 24th, 2025. Distinguished gentlemen of the press, from all time, we are brought in anguish as properties owned by the Igbo businessmen and women in Lagos have been systematically demolished. These are not abandoned structures or overnight shelters. These properties are life investments, plazas, where mothers sell to feed their children, warehouses where young men sow goods for their families, shops where dreams of prosperity are nurtured with sweat and pain. On February 14, 2025, 20 plazas belonging to Igbo businessmen at a retail market were demolished by agents of the Lagos State government. Since September 2025, demolitions have intensified at the trade fair complex in Ojo, where countless Igbo traders conduct their daily commerce. These demolitions continue to be seen. Article acknowledges that Lagos State has a duty to enforce planning laws, maintain safety standards, and prevent building collapses. We do not dispute the government's right to ensure orderly urban development. What we dispute and what we categorically reject is the selective, discriminatory, and often extrajudicial manner in which these demolitions have been carried out. Many of the demolished properties.
This is the press conference from the Igbo Union Association concerning send a serious warning or message to Yorubas concerning the demolitions of Igbo land, Igbo properties in Lagos, Igbo businesses and houses that are being demolished in Lagos. This is the Igbo conference. I just want you to pay attention, listen to the video to see everything this man said on this video. This kind of message, this is message warning, very strong warning to Sanwo-Olu, to Tinubu, to the leaders of Lagos State who feels that they are God of their own, that nothing can happen, nothing anybody can do about what they are doing. If they like, they pull down the roof of any Igbo man in Lagos. There is nothing anybody can do about it. This is a message for them. You know, now so if problem they come, now so it is the start. Play. Now one region they start, it's just like say two fighting. Now one person they initiate that fight. If the fight, one of them they beat the other one, in friends they are around, they go join. Now if that one join, the friends of the other one too, they go join. They don't escalate them. You don't understand? They go, as they don't escalate them, it will come spread. It will come turn to family fight. Police will come join. You don't understand? The matter will come the long. Now it be this problem when they come soon. You don't understand? So I want you to take your time, listen to this man, everything he said on this video, and leave your comments. What do you think? Leave your honest opinion. You have been following this issue of demolitions in Lagos State. What do you think? Do you really think they were demolishing those houses, businesses, because what the Lagos State told us? Was that the reason? Yes or no? Tell us your opinion. What do you think? And don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell so that you get to see updates like this next time. Let's go and watch.
Had valid approvals issued by the very same Lagos State government that later destroyed them. Owners who followed the process, who paid their bills, who waited for stamp duties and signatures, now stand amid waves, asking one simple question: why? But why? Where notices were given, they were often too brief for meaningful legal responses. Where documentation was presented, it was dismissed or ignored. Where owners attempted to regularize perceived deficiencies, they were met with bulldozers instead of bureaucrats. This is not law enforcement. This is the integration of livelihood. The destruction of legitimacy, violation of constitutional guarantees that should protect every Nigerian regardless of ethnicity. It is necessary to speak clearly about something that weighs down every Igbo man. Our people love Nigeria, no doubt. Let no one tap this. Let no one twist our rights for justice into cause for secession. We have played for Nigeria. We have built Nigeria. In every corner of this nation, from Sokoto to Calabar, from Maiduguri to Badagry, you will find Igbo men and women who have invested not just their money, but their very lives into the Nigerian dream. We are traders in your markets, the manufacturers in your industrial estates. We are the teachers in your schools. We are the doctors in your hospitals. We are the engineers building your roads and bridges. We are the adversary that binds Nigeria nation. In fact, we are the opposite that joins Nigeria together. Why others may see Nigeria as a collection of regions, we see it as one country, one economy, one shared destiny. That is why we do one cluster only in Igbo land. That is why we spread across every state, building, investing, employing, and integrating. We marry your daughters and give you our sons. We speak your languages and respect your customs. We celebrate Nigeria's diversity because we live it every single day of our life. No other ethnic group in Nigeria has so thoroughly embraced the idea of a unified Nigerian state through their actions, their investments, and their presence everywhere in Nigeria. Yet, we are consistently made to feel unwelcome. We are told we are too ambitious, that we are too industrious, that we are too enterprising. Our success is presented rather than celebrated. Our properties become targets. Our investments become liabilities. And when we cry out, we are told we are troublemakers, that we are ungrateful, that we should go back where we came from. As if Lagos, as if any part of Nigeria, for that matter, is not ours too. As if the Constitution does not guarantee every Nigerian the right to reside and own property in any part of the federation. The plain truth that haunts our collective consciousness is that when an Igbo man calls himself a Biafran today, it is not because he went from dreaming of secession. No. It is because he goes to sleep feeling rejected. It is because he has been made to feel that Nigeria was not wanting. That Nigeria, despite his contribution, despite his sacrifices, despite his unwavering belief in one Nigeria, he is still considered an outsider, in fact, an outcast. The Biafran identity that we hear in some Igbo voices today is not a threat to Nigeria. Never. It is not. It is a cry of pain from Nigerians who feel marginalized, who feel excluded, who feel that their citizenship is conditional, even worthless. Biafra is a phenomenon. Biafra is a phenomenon. To the extent to which an Igbo man feels the marginalization, to that extent, he is a Biafra. Therefore, I am and we are in this context Biafrans. Go up on this for us. Let the world understand this. The Igbo man sees himself as a Biafran to the extent that he feels unwelcome in Nigeria, not because he inherently desires separation. He retreats into ethnic identity when national identity is denied to him. He speaks of Biafra when Nigeria speaks to him in the language of demolition, in the language of marginalization, in the language of exclusion. If Nigeria will embrace her Igbo children today fully, if Nigeria will protect their constitutional rights, if Nigeria will celebrate their industry rather than bullshit, you will find no more patriotic Nigerians than the Igbo people. demolitions in Lagos are not just about building. They are an assault on the very principles of national building and national cohesion that our founding fathers envisioned. How do we build one Nigeria when citizens are afraid to invest outside their ethnic homeland? How do we teach unity when investments in other states become a liability rather than an asset? How do we achieve economic development when productive enterprise is destroyed without due process? These demolitions send a chilling message to every entrepreneur in Nigeria. Your legal documents mean nothing. Your approvals can be revoked arbitrarily. Your investments are not secure. Your ethnicity may determine your fate. Your ethnicity may determine your fate. One of the claims repeatedly made by officials of Lagos State government to justify these demolitions is that the affected buildings were consulted on drainage canals, on drainage channels and canals. However, Senator Victor made himself a trained and experienced real estate professional, personally led a team to inspect those of the demolition sites. After his technical assessment, Senator made it clear publicly that these claims were completely false, as none of the demolished structures stood on any drainage, alignment, or canal path. His findings have cast serious doubt on the integrity of the Lagos State government and its officials. It breaks every human heart, most profoundly, that many of these demolished properties were built with permits, built with approvals, built with certificates issued by the Lagos State government itself. Think about the cruel irony of this. A man goes to government office, fills the forms, pays the fees, waits for weeks or months for approval. Finally, he receives the precious document, stamped and signed by government officials. He breathes a sigh of relief. He proceeds to invest his life savings. He constructs his shop, his plaza, his warehouse. He hires workers, many of them indigenous Lagosians. We must add this. He pays his taxes. He contributes to local economy. Then, one morning, bulldozers arrive. That very same government agents, the guy is approved building illegal. And within hours, his fee are reduced to robots. How does God explain to his children? How does God explain this to his aged mother in the village, who sold her only farmland to contribute to her son's business? How does God explain this to his creditors, who advanced his loans based on government's own documentation? How does God explain this to his employees who are now jobless? This is not governance. This is betrayal. This is not law enforcement. This is wickedness. And when this wickedness appears, to target a particular ethnic group disproportionately, it becomes something even more sinister. It becomes ethnic cleansing by economic means. It becomes ethnic cleansing by economic means. We have documented cases, or case after case, where Igbo property owners follow every legal requirement only to have their property demolished, while similar structures owned by others remain untouched. We have recorded instances where notices of demolition were served so close to the actual demolition date that no meaningful legal response was possible. We have witnessed situations where property owners who attempted to present their documentation were turned away or ignored. We have seen the pain in the eyes of the elderly traders who have lost everything they worked for over decades. This pain is real. This injustice is documented, and it can no longer be ignored. ASIDU has formally petitioned to the United Nations Human Rights Council for a petition to the African Commission on Human and People's Rights. We have also petitioned the ECOWAS Court of Justice. We have done this not because we lack faith in Nigerian institutions, but because those institutions have failed to respond adequately to our documented grievances. We have made two press statements, engaged local authorities, sought dialogue at every level, yet the demolitions continue. The silence from federal authorities had been deafening. The indifference from those who should defend constitutional rights has been crushed. Today, we are establishing a property rights violation test that will serve as a comprehensive documentation and legal response center. This test will collect and collate verified data on every case of demolition affecting people property owners in Lagos. Next, addresses, dates, documentation, approvals, notices, given or not given, compensation offered or denied. We will provide legal representation to affected persons. We will analyze patterns of enforcement and mobilize in defense of Igbo property rights. We will prepare cases for Nigerian courts and, where necessary, for international tribunals. We call upon every affected property owner to come forward. Do not suffer in silence. Do not accept injustice as fate. Bring your documents, bring your approvals, bring your receipts, your photographs, your witnesses. Let us build an undeniable record of what has happened here. Let us create a case so comprehensive, so well documented, so legally sound that it cannot be dismissed or ignored. Your individual pain will become our collective strength. Your individual pain will become our collective strength. Your losses will be documented as evidence of a pattern that demands remedy and reform. To the Igbo senators and representatives in the National Assembly, we say this with all urgency in our hearts. You were not sent to Abuja to be senators. You were not elected to watch your people suffer in silence. You took an oath to defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That Constitution guarantees property rights, equal protection, due process, and freedom from discrimination. Where these rights are violated, as they are being violated now, you must act. Complaint hearings. Someone Lagos State government officials invite affected property owners to testify, legislate stronger protection, pursue oversight, make it impossible for this matter to be swept under the carpet for political expediency. To the federal government of Nigeria, to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to the Minister of Works and Housing, to the Attorney General of the Federation, we are to your sense of justice and national responsibility. These demolitions are happening under your watch. They undermine the rule of law that your administration has come to uphold. They threaten the economic confidence that Nigeria desperately needs to attract investment. They damage Nigeria's reputation internationally as a country where property rights are respected and ethnic discrimination is not tolerated. It's true clear amendment to all state government to have freedom of constitutional limits on demolition powers and rights. Insisting on due process, transparency, and non-discrimination. To the government of Lagos State and Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, we demand in clear text: suspend this demolition immediately. Conduct a comprehensive, transparent review of every property demolition or marked for demolition. Publish a list of affected properties, the notices served, the approvals on record, the criteria used for enforcement. Where mistakes have been made, where properties with valid approvals were demolished, acknowledge those mistakes and provide full, fair, and prompt compensation. Where documentation is incomplete, through no fault of the property owner, allow this regularization process instead of demolition. Remember that Lagos became the commercial capital of Nigeria because people from all over the country invested there, built there, and made it their home. Igbo traders and businessmen are a major part of what makes Lagos prosperous today. Their enterprise creates jobs for Yorubas, jobs for other Nigerians, jobs for everyone. Their taxes contribute to Lagos State revenue substantially. Their investments add to Lagos economic dynamism. These demolitions inflame ethnic tensions at a time when Nigeria needs unity more than ever. They send a message to investors, both domestic and foreign, that property rights in Nigeria are not secure, that approvals can be arbitrarily revoked, that any identity may influence government action. No serious investor will commit capital in such an environment. The economic consequences of this injustice extend far beyond demolition periods. They affect investor confidence, economic growth, job creation, and Nigeria's reputation as a place where business can be conducted under the rule of law. To our brothers and sisters across Nigeria who are not Igbo, we want you to imagine for a moment that this was happening to you. Imagine that you build a business in another state with all property approvals, and one day bulldozers arrive to destroy everything you have worked for. Imagine that when you look around, most of the demolition properties belong to people of your ethnicity, while similar structures owned by others remain standing. Imagine that you try to seek justice but found closed door. Sympathies cold and authorities indifferent. Would you not cry out? Would you not demand justice? Would you not question whether you are truly a full citizen of your own country? This is not an Igbo problem. This is not an Igbo problem. This is a Nigerian problem. Today, it is Igbo politics in Lagos. Tomorrow, it will be Yoruba politics in Kano, Hausa politics in Calabar, or any other Nigerian politics anywhere. If we allow the principle to stand, that government can arbitrarily destroy legally approved property, that every discrimination in enforcement is acceptable, that constitutional rights can be violated with impunity. Every Nigerian who values justice, who believes in the rule of law, who wants a Nigeria where no man is oppressed, where citizenship means something, should be more concerned about what is happening in Lagos today. To the international community, to foreign investors considering Nigeria, to the diplomatic mission observing our democracy, to international human rights organizations, we say pay attention to what is happening there. Nigeria claims to be Africa's largest economy and a democratic nation governed by the rule of law. These claims ring hollow when the legitimate property can be demolished without due process, when ethnic discrimination appears to guide government enforcement, when constitutional protection are ignored. The international community has leverage through trade, through investment, through diplomatic pressure. Use that leverage to insist that Nigeria live up to its constitutional commitments and its international human rights obligations. To civil society organizations, human rights lawyers, activists, and defenders of justice, partner with us, join the property rights violation test, contribute to their expertise in documentation, legal strategy, and public advocacy. Help us shine light on these injustices. Help us build cases that cannot be dismissed. Help us create a movement for constitutional rights and equal citizenship that extends beyond ethnic boundaries. This fight is not just about Igbo property owners. It is about the future of property rights, due process, and equality in Nigeria. To the Igbo business community, do not be discouraged. Do not abandon your legitimate enterprises. Do not allow these injustices to break you, or to break the entrepreneurial spirit that has made the Igbo people renowned throughout Africa and beyond. But also embrace with renewed vigor the philosophy of accuse. Let wealth return home. invest in Igbo land, build in Igbo land, develop these industries in Abia, in Anambra, in Ebonyi, in Enugu, and Igbo states. Make our homeland an economic powerhouse, so strong, so prosperous, so industrialized, that it becomes the foundation of strength from which we engage Nigeria and the world on terms of confidence, not vulnerability. Our rule is not about retreat or secession. It is about building from a position of strength. It is about ensuring that while we continue to invest across Nigeria, we have a home base that is economically vibrant, that cannot be threatened, that gives us dignity and security. It is about making Igbo land so attractive for investment that people from all over Nigeria will want to come, invest, and build here, just as we have done in Lagos and everywhere else in Nigeria. That is true nation building. Mutual investment, mutual respect, and mutual prosperity. Let us address directly the youth of the land. Those who are frustrated, those who are angry, those who feel that Nigeria has rejected them. We understand your pain. We feel it too, but we urge you, do not allow bitterness to drive you to violence or destructive actions. Channel your anger into constructive organizing. Document injustices, pursue legal remedies, build businesses, acquire education, develop skills, become so excellent, so indispensable, so valuable that Nigeria cannot ignore you. Yes. The best response to those who want to marginalize us is not to withdraw, but to become so successful that our presence cannot be denied, our contributions cannot be dismissed, and our rights cannot be violated without consequences. To the Nigerian media, we appeal to your professional commitment to truth. We appeal to your professional commitment to truth as you are all watching. Investigate these demolitions. Visit the affected sites. Interview protagonist. Examine the document. Compare the official explanations with the facts on ground. Look at patterns, which properties are demolished, which properties are demolished, and which are spared. Look at the procedures, which one has received adequate notice and opportunities, and which did not. Do not simply report government press releases. Do not simply report government press releases. Do the hard work of investigative journalism. Tell the human stories behind the statistics. Show Nigeria and the world what is really happening in Lagos. We want to say something about the Yoruba people of Lagos because we do not want this issue to be misunderstood as ethnic conflict between the Igbos and the Yoruba. This is not and must not become an inter-ethnic dispute. Many Yoruba people are abhorred by these demolitions. Many Yoruba friends have reached out to express solidarity. Many Yoruba professionals, lawyers, journalists, activists have spoken out against the injustice. We acknowledge and appreciate this. Our problem is not with the Yoruba people. Our problem is with unjust government policy. Our problem is unjust government policy, with discriminatory enforcement, with violation of constitutional rights. We call on progressive Yoruba leaders to join us in demanding justice, not because we are Igbos, but because this is wrong. The relationship between the Igbo and the Yoruba people has been one of the defining features of Nigerian history. Sometimes it is competitive, sometimes competitive, but it's always deeply intertwined. We must not allow this demolition issue to poison and demolish that relationship. We must work together to ensure that Lagos remains what it has always been, Nigeria's most cosmopolitan city. A place where talent and enterprise from all over the country can flourish. A model of what Nigeria can be when we embrace our diversity rather than normalize it. Nigeria is dying slowly from the cancer of ethnic discrimination, selective justice, constitutional violation, and the erosion of trust between citizens and government. These demolitions are symptoms of that deep disease. If we do not address the root causes, if we do not insist on equal citizenship, rule of law, due process, and respect for constitutional rights, Nigeria will continue to fracture. The sector will no longer hold, and we will not lose the Nigerian dream that our independent generation envisioned. The Igbo people have never asked for special privileges in Nigeria. We have only asked for what the constitution promises every citizen: equal protection under law, security of property, due process, freedom from discrimination, and the right to live and invest anywhere in the federation. Is that too much to ask? Is this an unreasonable demand? If these basic constitutional rights cannot be guaranteed, then what does Nigeria's citizenship mean? Let us conclude with this appeal to every Nigerian of conscience, to every leader who values justice, every citizen who believes in Nigerian project. These demolitions must stop. The pattern of selective enforcement must end. Constitutional rights must be respected. Property owners who have valid approvals must be compensated. Reforms must be implemented to prevent such injustice in the future. And mechanisms must be established to ensure that no ethnic group is targeted for discriminatory treatment in any part of Nigeria. The future of Nigeria depends on our ability to treat each other fairly, to respect the rule of law, to honor constitutional guarantees, and to build a nation where every citizen, regardless of ethnicity, can invest, can build, and prosper without fear of arbitrary government action. The Igbo people have demonstrated through our actions, our investments, and our presence in every corner of Nigeria that we believe in one Nigeria. Now, Nigeria must demonstrate through justice, fairness, and respect for constitutional rights that it believes in all Nigerians. To every Igbo person who has lost property in these demolitions, as it sees you, we hear your pain. We will fight for your justice. You are not alone. To every Nigerian who believes in fairness, we invite you to stand with us. Not just because we are Igbo, but because this is right, and we shall never give up. So Igbos in diaspora, speak louder, especially in international justice for Igbos. You are in a fair line to do so. Here in Nigeria, our freedom appears limited for fear of being captured. Our brother and his colleagues are sleeping. It is possible that my family may not see me again after this press conference, just for saying the truth. But no retreat, no apologies. To God be the glory. It is well with my soul. Thank you very much.
Like I said, you listen to that, yes. Now so play till they start. Now when it don't turn to this press conference, sending serious message, warning, you know, say people are not happy. They are not finding him. They are not taking it lightly again. Because they say now small that they put sand for blind man Gary. If it too much, the blind man will know, he will reject it. Say not the eat, the sand too much, he will know. They don't understand. Now it be the problem. So this problem where they come, so if care is not taken, if the Lagos say even see the problem, they're not go fit it can. You know that's the problem will come. They themselves will see run for the problem where they create. That's why everybody they tell them, they want them, say this and that. Monarchy can easy. You know that's I know waiting at the talk. Waiting even if you they live in Lagos now, you will know waiting they play for Lagos State. You will know waiting your eye they see for Lagos State. You know that's so yes, I not be Igbo man, but if you live in Lagos, you are not a Yoruba person. They generalize it or they group everybody together as Igbo man. You are Igbo, more Igbo. Do you understand? Yeah, I live in Lagos and I know what they talk to. Because if you tell me that because people are complaining in Lagos State because of flood. People build houses on top of drainages because of that. Is the reason why there are no enough drainages. Water doesn't have where to go. There's this, there's that. The major reason is drainage. They build houses on where they are not supposed to build house on. Fine. Now they are looking for a solution to make sure this flood in Lagos State stops. This is the reason why they are demolishing houses, isn't it? And they build houses where they're not supposed to build, and they do not have the right to build a house in those areas where they built. An Igbo man cannot cross how many states to Lagos State to buy land with Jaguda. Say this land, now me get one. I want to take over this land without passing through process. All the documentations required to own that piece of land, piece of that property, they have all of them. I do not think an Igbo man who values money, who know the values of money, who know what money can do for him, how to convert 1 million to 2 million within the space of time. So he will not have the money, know what to the kind of business. He will not go and buy property that does not have documentations, that does not have owner, or he will not use Jaguda, go build on top, knowing the kind of land he is and where he's doing business. This is what he has been hearing concerning Lagos. Now he get to his turn, God is blessing him. He will not do the same thing. No. Do you understand? Now what am I saying? If you say that one, go to Lekki 3 years ago. Let's just start from 3 years ago. 3 years ago, 2023. Now let's start from there. Houses were demolished. Igbo houses were demolished. Businesses were demolished in Lagos State. All was because of flood in Lagos. Those houses has to be demolished for them to solve the issue of flood in Lagos State. Houses has to be demolished. Businesses has to be demolished. 3 years after the flood, whenever it rains in Lagos, the issue of flood continues. It happens that 2023. Last year again, 2022, 2 years ago, it happens again. The demolitions of houses in Lagos State, businesses in Lagos in 2022. It happens. The issue of flood has not stopped. 2022 it happened, 2023 it happened, 2024 last year it happens again. The same issue, the same excuses. So this year again it happens. It's still happening. Demolishing houses, demolishing businesses in Lagos, rendering people homeless and lost of businesses, millions of naira gone just like that. Bill yourself gone for business just like that. What was the reason? Same reason. Flood, build houses on top of drainages, government properties they are not supposed to build there, something like that. It happens. But 3 years ago it happens for one same reason. 2 years ago it happened. Last year it happened. This year it's happening for same reason. But the flood has not stopped. If it has stopped, they wouldn't have been demolishing this year, right? It has not stopped. And this year, with this one, they are demolishing now. This year, another rain will come, another flood again. It will see destroy a lot of things in Lagos State. That is to say, those properties, businesses, they are demolished, not the problem of this flood in Lagos State. The real problem in Lagos, they don't burn Lagos State governor where make it go that place, make it touch that place. You know understand? They don't burn Lagos State governor where make it go touch the real. If you talk about flood in Lagos, go to Lekki now, all those areas. When you see building, you see this building is not supposed to be here, but they're not. I repeat, they're not born Lagos State governor where or the commissioner of environmental, what's his name, or the other one, Wahab. They're not born them where made them point hand for this property. Say made them mark them for demolition. Ubomoki. That is a problem. So they are doing the wrong thing. Try to amend the situation. So amending the situation, avoiding the real cause of the problem is what led to this demolition of many properties, businesses in Lagos, because they refuse to do the right thing because of the people, the owner of those properties in Lagos State. Yes. See, if every state wants to do the same thing, because some Lagos, some Yoruba people, they have properties in those states. They have in Delta State, Akwa Ibom State, Rivers State, for example. If everybody wants to do this, even if majority of them have the lion's share in Lagos State, the problem will come. If the problem come, they say Lagos will run for the problem where they create. You don't understand? So that's why this one in our message, there's anything you can do without destroying properties, businesses. Even the worst part of it, they don't even give you time to even move your relocate your business. They don't provide alternative for you. They don't even pay you, compensate you for your hard work, for anything. A friend of mine lost his building there, worth over 300 million. Until today, he has not gotten a dime from Lagos State Governor. This is what he worked his life for. This is the only property he has, worth 300 million naira in Lagos State, demolished. Until today, he has not gotten a dime for it. Yes, we are one Nigeria. We have freedom of right, freedom of movement to go anywhere, to establish, to do your business. But this whole thing is just jealousy, hatred, jealousy. Now the Igbos, the Yorubas, don't they learn work, trade from the Igbos. Now they feel that, okay, it is time for them to start doing their business. So by demolishing some Igbo houses, businesses, so that Yoruba can come start their own business in a way. So they will have their own business to do. One thing, let us divide the country. Now this problem will stop. Every region, go and develop your business, move your business, all those things. Do you really think if we have another seaport in Rivers State, then we have another one in Anambra State, just two for now, you think Lagos will still be like this? Lagos, a time will come, I know now or tomorrow, a time will come, Lagos State will be like bypass. Do you understand? Lagos State will be like bypass. You pass and go where they go. You pass and go where they go. After all, Lagos State is not the capital of Nigeria again. And not now Abuja be the capital city now. A time will come, Lagos State will not be like that again. Yeah, that time is coming. We just need a president that will come and able to expand this development to different regions. Like I said, create more employment from different regions. Give this region a seaport, another seaport in Port Harcourt, Anambra State, all those ones to start with. If your goods they come, you don't need to stop for Lagos now. Before you carry your goods, everything, go do your business for East. Then you will know the problem. The problem where they define the goods. See, at that time, the stress is low for them. Abi? So you just like that, demolishing people houses with no notice of demolition, no time given, just like that, because they can't do nothing. And you with this hardship, you take away jobs, businesses where they feed from people. With this hardship that Tinubu created, each shop they controls how many staff feed from the one shop. But it is well, they just need to take heart and bear it for now. Don't they talk now? The problem, a time will come, when the problem come, they go wrong. What do you think? Before then, before the problem come, share the video so that it will go around. Share, like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel.